Morning, May 25th, 12:41 UK time. What is it in New York? 7:41 a.m. And West Coast is still asleep. Okay, just pulling out the Bitcoin chart. Just open up my laptop and let's have a perusal of what Bitcoin is doing. Is it 37,000? 36,000? What's the current price? 37,248 and 10 cents. It's down 4.1%. Okay, this is the Heikin-Ashi chart. Still a solid down candle, right? This is a level. This is a low, 29,000. It's potentially forming a large head and shoulders, which that pattern will turn it negative. Obviously, that's not going to play out. Bitcoin can't go negative, but it can test the 2017 top. All right. And still be in a macro bull market. It can go down here and still be a macro bull market. So I got on the side, I pulled up a Bitcoin crypto website. I'm just going to read some of the top articles, just kind of gauge the mood, what's going on out there. Okay, here's the first Bitcoin article. Click. Here's how high Bitcoin could skyrocket after severe correction, according to Altcoin Daily. Who is Altcoin Daily? Altcoin Daily host Aaron Arnold is predicting that a massive bullish resurgence could be in the cards for Bitcoin after a corrective event that saw the leading crypto asset plunge over 50% from its all-time high. In a new video, Arnold tells his almost 800,000 YouTube subscribers. 800,000 YouTube subscribers. Well done for you, sir. I've got like 54. But when you got that many YouTube subscribers, then you are getting paid by and promoted by exchanges and projects, etc. So he's making a lot of money. So what is his operative mandate? Or he wants more people to be excited, right? Okay. He says there's a technical pattern that BTC formed while it traded between 50 and 60 from February to May 21. That does not indicate that the top is in for the flagship crypto asset. This is, quote, this generally isn't how markets top. Generally, especially in crypto. If everyone's expecting the same old things to play out, it usually won't play out, right? Markets usually top with a blow off top, usually, but maybe this is a midterm correction in a longer than a 4-year cycle, right? In a 4-year cycle, you expect the bull phase to be around 2 to 3 years. Bitcoin bottomed in December 2018. We are 2.5 years old, right? Okay, continue. Something like this, January 2018. Something like this, 2013. So he's pointing out charts. Just look at the shape of the price chart. This isn't how normally we enter a bear market. During the 2017 bull market, Arnold highlights that Bitcoin went through multiple corrective events that sliced the value of Bitcoin by 29% to 38%. Keep in mind, here we go, quoting him again, Arnold. Keep in mind, Bitcoin holders, this literally happens every cycle. I'm talking about the final shakeout before the next leg up. Actually, taking a look at just the last cycle, it has happened multiple times, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where there's a final shakeout. And after that, the next leg up in the market, Bitcoin rising higher after the final shakeout. As for the possibility that BTC could be entering a bear market after it lost over 50% of its value from its all-time high of 64,000, Arnold notes that during the 2013 bull market, so everyone kind of looks at old cycles, right? To kind of get an idea what's happening in this current cycle, I do that. Bitcoin collapsed by 83% in the middle of the cycle. He's talking about the double bubble. I don't think we're going to correct. It's impossible for Bitcoin to correct 83% and then do what it did in 2013. 83% from 65,000. What is that? You're talking about, is it down to 10,000K? 10K? No. Yeah, around 10K. I don't think we're going to correct 83% this time. I personally don't think so. I think we're seeing is a combination. The history is rhyming. It's not exactly like 27. It's not exactly like 2013. Somewhere in the middle, and the history is rhyming just like that. Personally, I'm a buyer here. If you look at the on-chain metrics, they overwhelmingly show that it is the new Bitcoin holders who are selling to the people who have been around for years. Weak hands, new coiners are selling to old hands, to long-term hands, to the strong. Other people who've been selling north of 50 to fund their lifestyle for the next year or two. The crypto analyst also highlights that based on historical price action and technical indicators, a 10x explosion is within the realms of possibility for BTC. Keep in mind, this last time we closed this low below the 21. Everyone's bringing up this 21-week EMA. Why 21 weeks? Why is that important to a Bitcoin market that's open 365? 21 weeks, is that 5 months? Why is 5 months special for Bitcoin? No, you tell me. Exponential moving average at that. Not a moving average, an exponential moving average. So an exponential moving average puts more emphasis on the later price weeks rather than the older price weeks, because people know you create the moving average that looking back in time is not going to help you in the present time right now, here and the future, right? Bitcoin 36,996. Here's another article. What am I doing on time? Bitcoin and crypto here to stay, but won't be used in most payments, says former World Bank chief economist. This is Larry Summers. I've mentioned him before. Let's just read this one quote. Is there a desire and is there a long-term human desire to hold an asset that feels separate and apart from the day-to-day workings of government? I think the answer to that question, history shows, is yes. I think gold has been the primary asset of that kind for a long time, and I think that crypto has a chance of becoming an agreed form that people who are looking for safety hold wealth in. So my guess is that crypto is here to stay, and probably here to stay as a kind of digital gold. And if you imagine that crypto became half or even a third of the total value of the non-use value of gold. It's interesting you use those terms. Non-use value of gold. Okay, just the store of wealth proportion rather than industrial usage. That will be a substantial appreciation from current levels, and that's why I think there's a good prospect that crypto will be part of the system for quite a while to come. They used to bash crypto, right? While Summers does not believe that crypto Bitcoin would evolve into a primary unit of an exchange, how can it? But you could settle debts. You can settle, like, say you got a sovereign country and you want to pay for oil tanker. Yeah, doing it by Bitcoin would be a suitable means of doing it, right? Or some sort of a bond on Bitcoin. I think there is a bond market now being created on Bitcoin. Isn't that interesting? He does anticipate that crypto assets could play a large role in the world of internet commerce, but is crypto going to usher in some kind of libertarian paradise? Question mark. Are most of us going to be making most of our payments using Bitcoin or some other crypto asset? I rather doubt it. I agree. Is this going to be something fundamental? I think, but payments in crypto will be for people in crypto. For, say, you're a developer and you want to get paid in ETH or BTC or LTC or Dodge. Yeah, that's been going on for years now. Is this going to be something fundamental for commerce on the internet? It may be an important part of commerce on the internet. That's how I think about it. Larry Summers, Bitcoin 36,957. Okay, here's interesting. One key level will ignite. So you've got 2 bull articles already. This is another third bull article. One key level will ignite Bitcoin's next big breakout, according to analyst Justin Bennett. Who is Justin Bennett? Crypto analyst Justin Bennett is attempting to decipher when crypto and the crypto markets at large will rally out of their recent drastic correction. In a new strategy session, Bennett says that the entirety of the crypto market will continue to search for signals from Bitcoin after the recent crash. Everything is following that right now. If Bitcoin drops more, everything drops. If Bitcoin rallies, everything rallies. There's always been correlated, but right now, as fear is mounting, they are really correlated. The asset I'm in, the crypto asset I'm in, is pretty much zeroly correlated to Bitcoin after over 500 days of trading history. That is true. I have charts to prove it. Wouldn't you like to have a crypto asset that is not correlated to the dumping and pumping of Bitcoin? Wouldn't you? Bitcoin. Okay. Analysts is keeping close watch on the 42k, 43k range. Well, we blow that, aren't we? 6k below that. For Bitcoin as next key level to break for a new leg up. Oh, he's looking for an upside. If BTC can break through the range, 47 would like to be the next level to claim. Bennett concedes, though, that a lower push below 30,000 is still possible, perhaps to 28 or 25. He doesn't believe the bull market is over. According to the analyst, Bitcoin's current behavior is reminiscent of 2013. That's 8 years ago, buddy. Right before it caught fire for a 2,000% rally. Was that 2,000%? Is that a 10x? No, 20x, I'm sorry. 1,000%, I think, is 9x. No, 100% is a double. 200% is a triple. Right? Oh, man, that always confuses me. I don't believe the bull market is over. If anything, what's happened now is similar to 2013. During Mount Gox has been the only way to purchase Bitcoin. It's hard to really compare the current market when you got $1 trillion asset. Well, it's not $1 trillion anymore, was it? 700 billion to something that's probably less than 5-6 million at a time. And everything was going through some dude's laptop in Japan. Yeah, come on now. During the 2013 bull run, Bitcoin dropped 81% before rallying over 2,000% by the end of the bull market. Well, I don't think we see a 2,000% run at the end of this correction. A significant rally through August, September still seems likely, in my opinion. Wow, lots of bullish opinion, right? Other top analysts have also suggested that the current correction in the crypto markets doesn't necessarily signal the end of the bull run and that the massive rally is still on the horizon. Closely followed analyst Plan B, one of the stock to flow graph, known for being the first to apply the stock to flow model S2F on Bitcoin, has doubled down on his model. Has he doubled down with buying more Bitcoin? That's the question. On the model's price prediction of 288,000 for this cycle, despite the ongoing market correction. That's a big call, isn't it? Even in the midst of Bitcoin being 36,700. 36,667. If I think we're somewhere halfway in the current bull cycle, oh man, this is getting really bad, isn't it? Everyone's going still bull. I'm very data driven, so I don't make that up, but I read in the data. I look to my stock to flow models. Stock to flow model, yes, I mean, that's only if people are willing to make that comparison reality in their mind, right? They don't have to. Right? They don't have to follow your stock to flow, right? You can do a stock to flow on anything. Classic cars. Classic cars is a very well analyzed market with intelligent people tracking the prices of cars and the conditions and the demand for particular vehicles. So that's actually easier to apply stock to flow to. Not easier, but in some ways it is easier because it's you've got a physical product. You got a active community in particular model vehicle. So how am I doing on time? 14 minutes. We still have room to go until 100,000 on average, or 288,000 on average if you follow the stock to flow X S2FX model. Wow. Okay, I'll do one more article. You've got 3 bull articles, right? These are the top articles. 100x to 200x growth coming to crypto markets, says macro guru. Beware of gurus and fake gurus called furus. Raoul Pal. Here's his timeline. I mean, this is getting absurd right now. No one's taking the short side. Former Goldman Sachs executive and current CEO of Real Vision, Raoul Pal, is assessing Bitcoin's short-term and long-term prospects. In a tweet, Pal says that the trend of Bitcoin enthusiasts superimposing laser eyes on their profile photos on Twitter was, in hindsight, probably a sign of overconfidence and a local top in the crypto markets. I did kind of say laser eyes were not a good idea. Was the interim top. Hubris never pays the bills. Yeah, that's a good saying. That's good. Following the big correction in the crypto markets, the macro guru says that he's scrounging for every last bit of cash he can find to deploy as dry powder for his portfolio. I remember when he first got into Bitcoin and crypto 2-3 years ago, his portfolio recommendation was cash 25%, bonds 25%, treasuries, and gold 25% and 25% BTC. Now, if he's up that BTC to like 60-70%, he's whittled away his treasuries and cash, and also added some Ethereum and altcoins, now you will know why he's so active in pushing an agenda, right? Okay, here's more from Raoul. Ho hum, I'm now looking for cash in the sofa cushions to add. Feels awful out there, but this is the nature of 65 volatility plus asset class. I don't know what that number represents. Note, I don't think it's the top. Bitcoin was 65,000. It's now 36,570. When do you consider it a top, Raoul? 28, 25? In stocks, 20% is a bear market. And i.e., implied in Bitcoin and crypto, a 40% should be the trigger market because of the excess volatility. To show the possibility that the bull market is in the intermission before going higher, Powell takes the price action of the 2013 and 2017 bull cycle. Man, everyone's going back to those bull cycles. This is 2021, people. And compares it with that of this cycle to find some striking similarities. These might be useful for you, BTC now versus 2013. So he's got the 2013 bull market over this current bull market overlaid. So he's still he's predicting 400,000 Bitcoin. He also looks at the price action of the 2017 bull market to illustrate that Bitcoin can potentially still come higher. BTC now versus 2017. Now he's got 480,000. Okay. Target. Powell has previously stated that compared to traditional markets, that crypto asset space is relatively small at a rate the emerging asset class growing, achieving a similar market share to traditional finance markets could catapult the crypto markets by 200x. We're at 1.67 trillion. This is pure fantasy. He's talking about a $300 trillion market. The crypto market is 2 trillion. It's 100x from here, but I think it eats all those assets over time. So maybe it's 200x. Now he's going for $400 trillion. No, it won't be a straight line, but this is the biggest change in the financial markets. The system of money. Economics now. Economies are run in all the history in the fastest, shortest times ever happened. And people are all going to be tribal about it. People are going to catch hold of their own narratives to make sense of the world. But this world is unstoppable, and it's coming, and it's coming. If it will have massive boom bust cycles, yeah, there will be periods you lose money and times you will feel like a god. How are you feeling? Are you losing money? Are you feeling like a god? Yeah. I'm kind of, man, all this bull talk. Yeah, let's have a look. Where was my chart? There we go. So this pattern, I think I took this line and put it over here at some point last night. All right. I don't know, something like this. You've got to bounce. Getting a drop. I'll clean this up later. But we're down, people. My position is up. I'm not really kind of excited about it, but it's up. Maybe, I don't know how much, but it's up. Anyway, my time is up.